And now it's coffee time. I have already ordered my favorite Starbucks mocha coffee, and it's coming on the way. Somebody's calling. Well, oh yeah, it's Ali, my friend. I don't know what he wants, but let's see. Hi Ali, how are you, my friend?
I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've already ordered my favorite mocha coffee, and it's coming on the way. Would you like me to order one for you?
What order for me, man? Oh my God. I've called you because of this. I know that now you usually order your coffee, so I wanted to warn you not to order from Starbucks.
Why, man? What happened? Did they do something wrong to you?
Not only to me, but for the whole humanity.
Really? What the hell did they do, man? What I know is that Starbucks has a strong organizational culture at which they strive, inspire, and nurture the human spirit.
Good. The human spirit. So what do you think of the death tragedy of George Floyd and Black Lives Matter BLM social movement? This is not part of human spirit, is it?
Of course, man, it is. And that's why Starbucks has publicly announced that it strongly supports the case of George Floyd and also the Black Lives Matter BLM social movement. Not only that, also through their organizational behavior, which is strongly performance-driven through the lens of humanity. They have stated the steps and the things that they have done to prove their organizational behavior. For example, they have stated that they have made an agreement with Arizona State University to provide free lessons about anti-racism, as well as donating about $1 million to the organizations that fight racism.
Good, man. A big applause for their fake support. This is only to gain publicity. But when it comes to their behavior at their stores, the matter gets totally different.
How come? What happens at their stores, man?
They prevented their store employees and baristas from wearing any pins or shirts that show support for the BLM movement because they claimed that was against their dress code, which prohibits wearing pins or buttons that advocate political, religious, or personal issues. Also, they stated that such behavior may be misunderstood by others to indicate or promote divisiveness.
Okay. So because of that, you decided to boycott Starbucks, and you want me to do the same as well, don't you?
Not only me.
That story gained traction on Twitter, where some began to call for a boycott of the brand, so the company...
Well, dude, let me highlight first 2 points regarding this internal bulletin. But before that, I need to tell you that every behavior, every statement, every action that is done by Starbucks is purely driven by their organizational culture, which is clearly stated in their mission statement and their values as well. So my first point regarding the bulletin is about the person who gave the decision in the bulletin, which you can see is the Vice President for Inclusion and Diversity, which gives you strong indication regarding how Starbucks takes these matters very seriously through their humanitarian lens. The second point is about the dress code itself and the purpose of it. It represents employees as ambassadors of the brand. It means of a Starbucks brand, as well as shows their commitment towards the inclusive culture of Starbucks, which welcomes each and everybody. So when Starbucks and the Vice President made this bulletin and took this solution, they weighed the behavior of wearing such attire against their dress code and its purpose, driven and guided by their organizational culture. Thus, they reached the decision that such attire is against the dress code and its purpose, and it's not in accordance with their organizational culture.
Hey, what do you want to conclude, huh? You want to justify their actions? So you're with them, huh?
No, but I want to tell you that, again, guided by their culture, their values, and their mission, and by their inclusive and humanitarian culture, after taking the decision of banning such attire which supports the BLM, Starbucks closely monitored and watched the public reaction against their decision. That's why they issued an official statement addressed to their employees, who are called their partners. And they made two important decisions regarding this issue. The first one was
to make 250,000 shirts available to company-operated partners in the U.S. and Canada to affirm support at this, quote, critical time in our history.
That's really amazing. Good. I didn't know about it. 250,000 shirts. Amazing. But hey, man, how long will it take them to make these shirts and distribute them so they can be worn to show support for the BLM?
Don't worry, their second decision answers your question.
Till the shirts arrive in stores, partners will now be able to wear their BLM pin or t-shirt while on the job.
Great, man. So the story is over. For me, there's no more any need to boycott Starbucks. Damn, I can also have my favorite Starbucks cafe latte. You said before you could order for me, right?
Don't worry, my friend, I'll do it right now. The best Starbucks cafe latte for my best friend, Ali.
You're marvelous. Thank you so much, bro. Right, enjoy your coffee. I've got to go now. See you soon.
You
Bye.
too. Have a nice day. See you soon. Goodbye. Well, I believe I have to order the cafe latte for my friend. Oh, yeah, but before that, I need to tell you guys that this session starts the fourth book in the channel within the first year of program under the service of Global English Managerial Leadership Books, which is Organizations, Behavior, Structure, and Processes 2012. It's a great American book that we have introduced before. Today's session starts the first part of the book, which contains 3 chapters. Actually, we have taken most of the topics in these 3 chapters in our previous lessons. But what I want to highlight here is that the organizational behavior of Starbucks, which is represented in their individuals, in their groups, and in the organization as a whole, as well as the organizational culture and all its elements, both of them work harmoniously in tandem in order to support its strong organizational culture of humanity and inclusiveness to reach organizational effectiveness as a system that affects and gets affected by the organizational environment. We also here in your channel, Management with Maris, manage to prosper, guided by our culture and our strong values, especially involvement. We express our sincere condolences for the death of George Floyd. We also express our strong support for the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, and for the rights of all the black communities all around the world. We strongly condemn and fight racism and injustice. That was our session for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching us. Please continue supporting the channel so we can continue our glorious mission. Kindly subscribe to the channel at YouTube and activate the notifications bell there. Please stay with us, support us, watch us, participate with us, and share the channel and all its electronic platforms at YouTube, our electronic website, manwim.com, email viewers@manwim.com, and our Facebook and Instagram pages. Thank you so much, guys. I need to go now to pick up my coffee. See you next session. We produce each Thursday, so see you next Thursday, and goodbye.